talking about those metro roads, all the accidents there and the slow spots. Let's get out to Gabriel Gonzalez, who is driving around the metro for us this morning.
Yeah, Gabe, I know y'all haven't seen too many big issues on the roads for you this morning, but it certainly is a good reminder to everybody to take it slow.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So we have seen only 2 cars on the side of the road on the Watterson Expressway going west and east. We're going toward one. We turned back around and we're going toward one right now, but we've seen only one so far going east and then one going west. So just be careful. One of the main things that I do want to point out, and I'll take the camera here, is that whenever we are driving on the highway, specifically on the highway and on the side streets, you can't really see the stripes on the road. So everybody is just kind of, taking it slow and making sure that we're at a safe distance from each other. Now here, this part, you can see the lines, but when it gets to those parts that aren't as driven on this morning, you can't really see the line. So just be careful. Have a good amount of space between you and the driver next to you. Again, don't tailgate. We gave some good tips in the last half hour, so hopefully we can repeat those again, but don't tailgate. And there's a Metro snow map that we're gonna put up right now. You can see the red is that plows are going around in progress right now. Yellow means that they're salted, and that purple means that they're salted and plowed. And there are snow teams that have been out since early Tuesday morning to treat Metro's 110 snow routes, and that's 2,700 two-lane miles with that salt and calcium chloride mix. Now we are going to come back to the camera here because we are coming up on Pauper Level Road, and you can see right there that car is stalled on the exit, and it looks like, it maybe even lost a tire, but that car is stalled right there. Not sure if that is from this snow, but just be careful with things like that. If you're exiting, give yourself plenty of time to exit so that way we don't have things like that. Be prepared, be cautious, be safe. Give yourself extra time if you're going out on the highways this morning. In the next half hour, we're gonna go to some side streets that had big problems in the last snowstorm that we had last month. We're gonna see how those roads are comparing to this type of snow that we've seen so far this snow round. Grace, Jim.
All right, Gabe, thank you. Parks reduced stops on several routes because of the snow. We want to let you know about those. It includes number 15 west and eastbound on Market Street, route number 21 on Chestnut, 28 on Preston Highway, and Route 31 on Shelbyville Road. For passengers who use TARC 3 paratransit, be sure to book extra time to travel. We'll post the full link to the impacted routes on the links story on WHAS11.com. You'll also want to download our news app for alerts on the forecast and traffic impacts as the snow comes down here this morning.
Now let's go ahead and flip over to a statewide weather impact. 14 people have now died in the latest round of severe weather, and it's not just because of the flooding. Governor Andy Beshear says that 2 deaths were from hypothermia here in Jefferson County. Those victims, a man and a woman, appeared to be homeless. Beshear is urging everyone to be prepared as it's set to get even colder.
If you cannot safely power your home by the middle of today, you need to be looking at a shelter option because, again, it's damp out there. There's going to be a lot of snow, and you need to make sure you're safe.
Right now, there are 2 Louisville shelters that are operating under white flag conditions. Those are Wayside Christian Mission and the Salvation Army on Brook Street. And right now, Eastern Kentucky is cleaning up from severe flooding. Right now, you're taking a look at drone footage from Pikeville, which Governor Beshear said is one of the state's hardest hit areas. Days ago, that city was nearly completely submerged in river water. State officials say 3 people in Pike County died because of those floods, and at least 10 bridges were wiped out.
And 2 flood walls are now up in the metro to help curb the flooding in downtown. The gates are on 10th and 27th Streets. Yesterday, MSD installed concrete slabs, sealing the gates closed. It is a really long process for the city crews.
So first you have the vertical beams that have to go in, and then you have the horizontal portions of the wall that have to go in after that. Our crews methodically put it together like Legos throughout the day. It's about an 8-hour job, and probably today with the weather, it's probably going to take a little bit longer than that.
MSD says this is the first time since 2017 that it's had to close both flood walls. And right now, MSD is also dealing with a pump failure. It says its Admiral Way pumping station gave out. Floodwater is currently discharging into Penn Run Creek in southern Louisville. MSD says it's working to restore the pump, and that station is set to be replaced by 2030.
Some more local news now. The father of a 4-year-old boy is facing charges after his young son shot himself. Metro Police arrested 23-year-old Jacob Mosley yesterday. The investigation began when a child was brought to the Medical Center Southwest yesterday morning around 8 o'clock. Police later determined that the incident happened off of Mango Court in PRP just after 8 yesterday morning. Now, Mosley told officers he left a gun on the nightstand while he was in the shower, and that's when the child shot himself in the arm. Mosley is facing several charges, including assault, criminal abuse of a child, and wanton endangerment.
The city is pushing for more funding to provide additional support for people experiencing homelessness. Yesterday, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg called for services like substance abuse treatment, youth addiction prevention services, and court-mandated behavioral health treatment. One Louisville advocate shared how similar programs helped her.
I know these benefits firsthand because in the winter of 2021, I was one of these many unhoused individuals. It was on an extremely chilly day when the temperatures dropped well below the freezing point when I encountered my very first outreach specialist. She was kind to me. She offered hope to me. And in the twinkling of her eye, I believed there had to be a better way, another way to do this thing called life.
These announcements come after we saw the opening of the community care campus in Smoketown last November.